wants to show everybody by the time he leaves who the man is. So I think the way to do that is right now, if you look at number 1, 2, and 3 on my list, the way that I look at it, he's number 1, GSP's number 2, and Bones is number 3. And people will argue the 2 and 3 slot, but George St-Pierre's been around for a long time. He's fought everybody. You know, Jon Jones' run has been a year and a half.
But if GSP, obviously we know he's got a real fight ahead in November. I mean, that's no gimme. But if he wins, you start working towards making that fight right away between GSP and...
I don't know. We'll see. We got to see how this whole thing plays out. Again, this is all just talk. It's all just talk right now. We got to see how everything plays out. Timing has a lot to do with it. You know, I don't know. We'll see. Plus, you know, I do got to sit down with these guys and start talking to them. So we'll figure it out.
How about we change the subject? We talk a little bit about Chris Weidman and the limbo state of the
85-pound division right now. Yeah. Well, it's not really in a limbo state. I mean, the title fight just happened. You know, there's probably going to have to be a couple of guys that are going to have to fight each other right now, and we'll figure it out. Like I said, this George St-Pierre fight isn't a done deal. It's not like you guys are right now George St-Pierre is going to happen. And who knows what's going to happen? Anderson might fight and defend the 85-pound title before he meets GSP. Who knows? Anything could happen.
Dana, do you have any idea why the GSP fight is so important to him?
I think the Jon Jones one is too. Yeah, I think that he'd love to knock off the 2 pound-for-pound best fighters in the world. You know what I mean? Those are the 2 guys that everybody talks about, one above him and one below him. It just, the guy's broke every record in UFC history. He's going to lay down a foundation that nobody will ever be able to break. I mean, for a guy to come in and break the records that this guy's setting, what record was just broken recently where it was like, it was in football in America? You know, it was, what's his name, the other night in the football game? Breeze. Yeah, Breeze goes in and breaks this record that's been around for 50 years. Like 48 touchdowns in 48 consecutive games, which is 3 years of playing football, not being injured, sick, or hurt. You know, these are the kind of... Anderson Silva's laying down records that won't be broke for 50 years. And I think that he's at this point in his life right now where that's what he's looking at, you know?
Then there are talks about the UFC Japan series, UFC Brazil series, about regional events. Is this true? Are these going to happen?
That what? What did he say?
The regional
Brazilian
events, like that may not be marketed to the U.S. or whatever, like a smaller scale Brazilian fight.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Yep.
Can we expect this for all the world in the future?
We're working on it, man. We got a lot of work to do. We're still figuring things out. You realize, you know, this isn't like any other sport. We're forging the way and creating all these new things. Take a lot of risks. You try things. Some things don't work. You try new things, and that's what we're doing now as we go into these different countries. And but yeah, that's one of the things we're talking about. How's it going to work? Who fucking knows? We're going to give it a shot, though.
An important logistical question about moving around to different territories, actually. Who else are you going to get in to support Bruce Buffer?
Who else? The Buffer? We're going to do the Buffer hologram. Like, it's going to be like Tupac. Yeah, exactly.
Then the guy who fights Cigano or Velasquez will be Overeem, and is he coming back in March?
Yes. The winner of that fight will fight Overeem.
And is it in March?
Yeah, April. Yeah, March, April.
The fight Dos Santos against Velasquez are signed and is confirmed.
Velasquez and Dos Santos? Yeah, that fight's done. Did we not announce it?
No,
not officially.
Not officially?
Oh, yeah.
It's official now. It's official now?
It's official. Yeah. Call it official.
Dana, you know John Fitch's performance, and that John Fitch, what would he need 8 fights, 8 win streak to get a title shot?
Will he have to go on another 8-fight win streak to get it? I don't know. We'll see. You know, the hard part about like a guy like Fitch, as tough and durable as he is, he fought George St-Pierre, and it was very one-sided. You know what I mean? The best thing that could happen to him is Carlos Condit wins. You know what I mean? It's just he's in a tough spot.
Were you surprised with his performance tonight?
Who? Fitch? Fitch is a good fighter, man. You know, like I said in the thing, everybody bitches about him laying on people. This is mixed martial arts. You got to make it so he doesn't do that to you. And for 2 rounds, Eric Silva did that. You know, Eric Silva gassed out. This was a big fight in his home country. He gassed out. I'm sure he's sitting there right now beating himself up mentally, and he will over the next several months until he fights again. We're going to see what Eric Silva's made of. He's either going to, this is going to be his GSP Matt Hughes fight, or this could mess him up for a long time.
Your idea to put American coaches or American fighters in Ultimate Fighter Brazil is for this season or next one?
Would you ask me? American coaches?
Yeah,
no, it's what I proposed tonight in the meeting. Yeah, but the thing is, they say it's tough to have a guy who speaks English on a whole television show here on the the biggest network in the country. You know, you'd have to subtitle the whole thing, or you saw what they did with me here, right? They dubbed me, you know.
Yeah.
So.
Little funny.
Yeah, I bet it was. It was bad. Yeah. Dubbing is never good.
Where would you rank Damian Maia in the welterweight division?
Damian Maia looked unbelievable tonight. I thought he was in big trouble tonight. Story's got heavy hands. He's a good wrestler. He's hard to take down. And Damian Maia dominated him and made it look easy. He looked good. So he said he had a really great cut, felt strong, and felt better than he's ever felt. So good for him, man.
Dana, could you give us your thoughts about the Jake Shields suspension? And news broke that he has been suspended for 6 months. What are your thoughts about that?
I think it sucks. I hate when guys get suspended.
Can you tell us what the test was for?
Huh?
Can you tell us what he tested positive for?
I don't know. I honestly don't know. I don't know. Dude, I've been traveling like crazy, and I don't. Did they not say?
No.
No.
What do they say?
The commission has yet to even announce it.
Nobody knows.
Their team sent out a PR release where he admitted to testing positive to something that they were, and he apologized and said, "I'll get back to work." You know,
Denver?
Yeah,
Yes.
we heard about it like 3 weeks ago, and Colorado won't tell us.
Okay.
Colorado hasn't told anybody yet.
Yeah, I don't know. I'd tell you if I knew.
And speaking about medical conditions, news broke that you were going to have surgery for your meniscus.
That's why I'm in such a good mood.
Yes.
That's why I'm so happy.
How long are you going to be out of commission when that occurs?
They actually came up, they have another thing that they're going to try on me. You know, the one was to cut the nerve. They're not going to cut the nerve. They're going to make an incision in the back of my ear here, and they're going to insert a tube that they hope, I'll have a 70% chance of this not coming back with this tube, which I like better than 50.
And the tube stays in there?
The tube stays in, yeah. So.
And then it just drains out, I guess?
I guess,
something?
yeah.
So are
I don't give a shit what he does, I just want to do it. And see if it works, man, because this thing's driving me nuts.
When is that scheduled for?
Within the next 2 weeks. So when I get back, I got to call the doctor. He wanted to know how this trip went, and this trip I was perfect.
Right.
Toronto and England, I was a mess. This trip I was perfect, and but I want to get this thing done.
Is that an outpatient thing, or do you have to stay in the hospital for a
Outpatient,
day?
in and out. Yeah.
Wow.
Nice.
So I'll be right back the next day. I can't even believe it, to think that a professional athlete would jump on a motorcycle and drive through that traffic. Guy hit our mirror today in the car. Where's my gang? Who's with? Right? Guy hit us today on the bike, right? Motorcycle? Yeah, hit us. The motorcycle guy hit us today in the car.
Nobody has a
Fucking that was Jose Aldo. It's so stupid. It's crazy. Like, are you shitting me?
Dana, if GSP beats Condit, how do you plan doing this? He will face, he will first face Anderson Silva, or he will first face the winner of Johnny Hendricks and.
I have no idea. We got to see how this thing plays out. We got to see what happens, and then we'll go from there. But I have no clue.